down then.
It's for the period August 3rd, 2020 through December 31st, 2020.
Hi, good morning. Matt Reimer representing the Department of Public Works. So this item is for a repair project to our Baltimore air-cooled cooling tower equipment on the roof of the Juvenile Justice Center. So we are replacing the fill material and make fan repairs that cause that system to be effective at removing heat from the chilled water process that will return our cooling tower to capacity as far as being able to handle the cooling load in the building. The board may recall on May 4th, we did do an alternate procurement that was approved by the board process that would allow us to go out on a departmental informal bid to companies in Northeast Ohio that are factory authorized for this Baltimore air-cooled type of equipment. That bid effort resulted in 20 vendors being notified through the by-speed system and 2 bids being received, one by Mark Elliott Company and one by Smith & Obey. The bid presented is the lowest and best.
Thank you, Matt. Are there any questions from the board on this item? None. I will make a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Trevor, second.
Seconded by Mr. Mackler. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Aye.
Item approved. Next item.
Item number BC 2020-441 has been held at the request of the department. Moving on to the next item, item BC 2020-442, Department of Health and Human Services, Community Initiatives Division, Office of Homeless Services, submitting an amendment to a contract with Family Promise of Greater Cleveland for rapid rehousing services for families in connection with the fiscal year 2017 Continuum of Care Homeless Assistance Grant Program. It's for the period June 1st, 2018 through May 31st, 2020, to extend the time period to May 31st, 2021, to modify the terms of Article 11 to address Mayor events effective June 1st, 2020, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $155,643.
Good morning, Ruth Gillette, Office of Homeless Services. This is the fourth and last contract awarded through a Department of Housing and Urban Development grant, Cuyahoga County, to support rapid rehousing exits from family shelters in our community. About 3 years ago, the federal funds were leveraged with additional Health and Human Services levy dollars in order to support the work of the agencies that are providing shelter to families in our community. This contract is being presented, this contract amendment is being presented late for several reasons, including issues related to the Lawson system.
Okay, thank you, Ruth. Are there any questions from the board members on this item? Hearing none, I will make a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
Trevor, second.
Mr. Mackler, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Aye.
Item approved. Next item.
Thank you.
Next item, item number BC 2020-443, Office of Innovation and Performance, recommending an award on a purchase order and to enter into an agreement with Board of Park Commissioners of the Cleveland Metropolitan Park District in the amount not to exceed $100,000 for support of mission activities in connection with the COVID-19 pandemic for the period July 27th, 2020 through July 26th, 2021.
Yes, Catherine Tkachuk for the Office of Innovation and Performance. This is an agreement with Cleveland Metro Parks to work with them to help offset some of their costs they've needed due to the COVID-19 pandemic, including protective shields, PPE, additional security cameras to monitor closed areas, signage, renting of portable toilets and hand washing stations, and again, installing special equipment to prevent use of the drinking fountains. So all of these were done as a response to the COVID-19 pandemic, and it's using CARES money to assist them with these unexpected costs in their budget.
Thank you, Catherine. Are there any questions from the board on this item?
I have one question, Nan Baker.
Sure.
I saw in the back that this money has already been spent. Has our $100,000 been spent, or is that other money that has been spent and ours is waiting for approval?
So they have spent a number of items on this in their budget. However, they're waiting on approval, so they would use this to offset some of the unexpected costs that have hit their budget because of COVID-19.
Okay, and we are, under the CARES Act, authorized to use these dollars to the metro parks?
Yes, we
there isn't
can.
any issue there.
We are allowed to grant money to other government agencies to provide for the same type of things that we can use it for, things like PPE and the unexpected costs because of COVID-19.
All right, thank you very much for the answer.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any further questions on this item?
Mr. Chair, this is Trevor.
Yes.
Catherine, can you just share the letter later on when you get a chance that with the answers that you provided? Can you just share the letter with the council members, please?
Sure, I will do that.
Thank you.
Okay, hearing no further questions, I will make a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second, this is Mayor.
Seconded by Councilman Miller. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, just a reminder to everybody, we're getting a lot of feedback. You can just mute your phone if you're not talking. Thank you.
Next item, item number BC 2020-444, Fiscal Office, recommending an award on a purchase order and enter into a contract with Computine 2014 in the amount not to exceed $250,000 for implementation and operational support for the Infor Enterprise Resource Planning System, Module Support Area, Infor S3 Payroll, and GEAC Legacy Payroll, for the period August 1st, 2020 through July 31st, 2021.
Good morning, Janelle Green on behalf of IT and Fiscal Office, presenting this contract for Computine 2014. The amount is $250,000. However, approximately only 29% of this contract will go to the ERP budget. The remaining will go to the IT operations budget for these services. These services are for, again, payroll and legacy payroll support. This is one of the contractors that were originally obtained through the main sale contract that we are transitioning to a direct 1099 contract.
Thank you, Janelle. Are there any questions from the board on this item?
I have a question, Nan Baker.
Sure.
Why does the funding say 100% by the ERP budget when only 29% of it is money?
That may have been a typo, but we did submit with this item that it is 29%. And it is broken out in the Lawson system that 29% of it is going towards the ERP budget, and the remainder is going to our operations. So on the back end, it is accurately depicted.
Okay, Andrea, you're good with that?
29.
We'll make a note of it. Hello, we'll make a note of it.
Thank you.
Is this passed unamended or no? Any further questions on this item? Hearing none, I will make a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second, this is Dale.
Seconded by Councilman Miller. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Item
Aye.
approves. Thank you.
I do want to make a note, Janelle, that the backup materials that we do have lists 100% by the ERP budget. So whatever the percentages are, please, after I present the item, note what they are so that we can accurately amend the item.
Sure, I'll have the submitter update that, but yeah, we've presented this to the Finance Committee and Council, and it's been about 29%. So we'll update the backup for this.
Thank you. Next item.
Sure.
Next item, item number BC 2020-445, Fiscal Office, recommending an award on a purchase order and enter into a contract with Third Stripe Consulting LLC in the amount not to exceed $250,000 for implementation and operational support for the Infor Enterprise Resource Planning System Module Support Area, Infor S3 Payroll for the period August 1st, 2020 through July 31st, 2021.
Good morning, Janelle Green again on behalf of the Department of IT and Fiscal representing this item. This one is for the Third Stripe Consulting LLC for support in the payroll module. This item is also 29% of the ERP budget and the remainder going to the ERP operations. Again, this is another contractor that is rolling off the main sale contract and onto a direct 1099 contract with the county. And we will update the backup for this one as well, if it is applicable.
Thank you, Janelle. Any questions from the board on this item?
Yes, I have just one question. Is this basically a contract with an individual person, or is this a larger operation than that?
This is an individual person.
Right. Okay, thanks.
Sure.
Okay, hearing no further questions, I will make a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Nicole English. All those in favor say aye.
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 Okay, item approved.
Next item, item BC 2020-446, Fiscal Office, recommending an award on a purchase order and enter into a contract with K West Consult, Inc. in the amount not to exceed $130,000 for implementation and operational support for the Infor Enterprise Resource Planning System, Module Support Area, Procurement, Contracting, and Accounts Payable for the period August 1st, 2020 through July 31st, 2021.
Good morning again, Janelle Green on behalf of the Department of IT and the Fiscal Office. This contract is actually about 8% hitting the ERP budget and the remainder to go to operations. This is a contract with an individual again for services related to the ERP for the procurement, contracting, and accounts payable modules. And again, we'll update the backup to support what the actual breakdown costs are.
Thank you, Janelle. Any questions from the board on this item?
I only have a question, Nan Baker.
Sure.
So on the breakdown, it breaks down operational and capital. When it was based on 100% by ERP. So now we know that the percentages are different. Does that change? What is operational and what is capital?
No, for this particular contract, it was 8%, which is about $10,833 for the month of August. And that was to directly supply support for the implementation of these modules. And the remainder of it was to go to support and the operations, the non-capitalization fund for support of the ERP.
Do we assume the same thing for the other two that we approved?
Yes, the breakdown is 8% it's 8% of this one on the ERP budget. The other two are each 29% on the ERP budget, and the remainder goes on to support after the implementation of those modules.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Sure.
All comments on this item? Questions? Hearing none, I'll make a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Nicole English. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Item approved. Thank you.
Moving on to the consent agenda, item numbers BC 2020-447 through 450.
Okay, board members, take a moment to review all of them, and if anyone has any comments or questions, feel free to speak.
Yes, this is Dale, and just one thing I would like to have item number 450 held out and voted on separately, and I would like to be recorded as a no on 450. I think we should try to work without things like pepper balls and crowd fogging and stuff like that at this time.
Okay.
He's referencing, Councilman Miller is referencing purchase order number 1957.
That's correct.
Vance Outdoors Incorporated. So we'll do that as a separate item.
Councilman, are you asking for a hearing on that one separately? Just so I can advise the department. We can certainly hold it, or just hold it.
He just wants to vote.
Requesting any
Oh, I apologize. Okay.
any additional action. I'm just requesting that we vote on it separately, and I'd like to record it as an.
Okay. Does any other council or board members have questions or comments on any of the items before we move on? Okay, hearing none. Go ahead. Okay. I'm going to make a motion to approve today's consent agenda items as noted, with the exception of 2019-57, which we will vote after this initial vote. With that, do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, it's been seconded by Nicole English. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Okay. Now I'm going to call a second roll vote. I'll make a motion to approve purchase order 2019-57. First off, is there any other questions on this item or comments? No? Okay, I'll make a motion to approve that. Do I have a second?
Mr. Chair, this is Trevor. Wait, are we now just adding that item that was removed? Is that what we're doing right now?
Yes, I apologize, Trevor. That was purchase order 2019-57. It's the 16,477 one.
Vance Outdoors, Inc.
So I was going to, at the recommendation of Councilman Miller, we were going to vote on that separately. So we've already passed the agenda. We're just now going to this item. And I do have a motion.
I will second. Nan Baker.
Okay.
Nan Baker will second.
Seconded by Councilwoman Baker. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
Opposed by Mr. Councilman Miller. Okay, moving on.
Moving on to other business, we do have other business. We have 3 mission-critical items. The first mission-critical, time-sensitive mission-critical item is Department of Health and Human Services, Division of Children and Family Services, recommending an award on requisition 2642 to Freedom Youth Program in the amount not to exceed $29,999.99 for out-of-home emergency placement services for the period July 21st, 2020 through October 21st, 2020. Funding source is 70% Health and Human Services levy and 30% federal 4E.
Good morning. Emily Lackstein, Health and Human Services, on behalf of Children and Services.
Emily, hang tight for 1 second.
Oh, sure.
You've went over the board of, what's that? Oh, I'm sorry. Emily, I apologize. Continue on. My bad.
No problem.
Be correct.
Presenting a mission critical today for a 17-year-old male placed at Freedom Youth Program. Located in Cleveland, Freedom Youth Program provides services for young men 12 to 17 years of age who are experiencing
at-risk circumstances that can jeopardize their potential, such as homelessness, incarceration, serious health issues, domestic violence, transiency, disciplinary problems, learning disabilities, grade retention, or other learning-related factors. This youth has been placed at this location. He was previously at a group home location in Youngstown. This youth has a history of placement disruptions due to aggressive, sexually inappropriate behaviors. He is low functioning, experiences conduct disorder, PTSD, ADHD, and has a history of autism.
Okay, hold on one second, clerk.
For the record, we want to amend the item to change the dollar amount because there is a typo. It should reflect $24,999.99.
Okay, so noted. Thank you, Emily. Are there any questions from the board on this item?
Did we make a motion to add it to the agenda?
Oh, thank you, Councilman. I am going to make a motion to add this to today's agenda. Do I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Miller. All those in favor say aye.
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 Okay, the item has been added. Now are there any questions? Okay, hearing none, I will make a motion to approve this item. Do I have a second?
Second.
Seconded,
This is Dale.
seconded by Councilman Miller. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Item approved. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Time-sensitive mission critical item number 2, Department of Public Works. Recommending an award on requisition 2094 to Bridge Associates LLC in the amount not to exceed $24,990, and it is to furnish and deliver 56,000 United States flags to the Cuyahoga County Veterans Service Commission.
Good morning, Tom Pavich, Department of Public Works. This item, we're requesting approval of a mission critical, able to ship what they had in stock, which was approximately 56,000 flags. And working with the Veteran Services, the flags at the cemeteries, there's a guideline per ORC. They were able to meet that with this delivery, and as well as scrounging together additional flags. And this is the mission critical. We just got the invoice within the last 2 weeks, and we're presenting it now today. If you would like, I could forward to council members, including you, Trevor, an email with photographs from the flag. I know, Mr. Chambers, I provided some photographs from Highland Cemetery to you, and I can forward those to anyone that would like to see those cemeteries and flags.
Thank you, Tom. I am going to make a motion first to add this to today's agenda. We'll call this mission critical number 2. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, seconded by Ms. Nicole English. All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Okay, the item has been added. Are there any questions from the board on this item? Okay, hearing none, I will make a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Lee Tucker. All those in favor say aye.
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 Okay, opposed? Item approved. Next item.
Next item, Department of Public Works. Recommending an award on requisition 1361 in the amount not to exceed $6,980.75. And it's for the purchase of purchase of paper products, and the vendor is Millcraft Paper Company. And the funding source is the general fund.
Good morning, Tom Pavich again, Department of Public Works. This item, we're requesting approval of a mission critical. This was with Millcraft Paper, $6,980.75. This was a print job for the Board of Elections for specialty envelopes, multiple sizes and different unique specifications.
Okay, thank you, Tom. I will make a motion to add mission critical item number 3 to today's agenda. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, seconded by Ms. Nicole English. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed?
Aye.
Okay, it's been added. Are there any questions from the board members on this item? Yeah. Trevor, you're breaking up, my friend. Can you try again?
Can you hear me better?
Not really.
I can't hear.
Hello?
You're garbled. There. Does any of the other board members have a comment while we're waiting for Trevor? Okay, Trevor. Well, Tom, what we'll do is we'll make sure whatever Trevor asked, we follow up with him.
Will do.
Unless anyone objects, I think we may have lost Trevor. I'm going to move forward then, and just to be fair to everyone. I'll make a motion to approve this item. Do I have a second?
Second, this is Dale.
Seconded by Councilman Miller. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Okay, item's been approved, but Tom, let's make sure we respond to whatever question Trevor has. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Will do.
Moving on, public comment. Do we have any public comment? Hearing none, we'll move to next. I'll make a motion to adjourn. Do I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Lee Tucker.
Second, this is Dale.
Okay. All those in favor say aye.